This is the doctor today fined £10,000 for signing the surgery he performed inside his patients. The judge told Simon Bramall his reputation as one of the most outstanding surgeons of his generation had been shattered, something this former patient who'd come to support him found hard to take.
He supported me totally. He saved my life.
If he had initialed your liver?
Wouldn't have cared.
The surgeon had conducted more than 350 liver transplants at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham. A hospital inquiry found that in 2013, Simon Bramall had used a tool that is for stemming bleeding during surgery to leave the initials SB on the surface of the livers of 2 of his patients. The marks would have lasted only a few weeks and wouldn't have damaged the organs, but they were done without the patient's consent and for absolutely no medical reason. When informed, one of the patients reported an overwhelming feeling of violation. She has since experienced many of the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, including flashbacks and nightmares.
It had nothing to do with the procedure that he was undertaking at the time. It was done without the knowledge or consent of the patients, who were obviously unconscious at the time, didn't know anything about it. And it was a crime in the same way that if someone burnt someone's hand externally, a minor burn, admittedly, that would be a crime.
The court heard when a theatre nurse queried his behaviour, Mr Bramall replied, "I do this," although to the police he subsequently explained it as a misjudged attempt to relieve the tension at the end of an extremely stressful operation, which he now realised was an arrogant act and not one he could defend.
We all make mistakes.
But outside, this doctor did defend his former colleague.
If he was foolish, he cared too much. He worked too hard.
Well, the simple fact is Mr Bramall saved my life. I would not be standing here if it wasn't for him.
But the judge told the surgeon his actions were an abuse of power and a betrayal of the trust his patients had invested in him.
You wanted to apologise. Would you like to give that apology now?
Simon Bramall is now working at a hospital in Hereford, but in addition to the fine and 120 hours of community service, his fitness to practice there will now be reviewed. Catherine Jones, 5 News, Birmingham.